Hey girl, hey. So, today I want to talk about divorce. I am divorced. And as I look at how I got to be here, I think of some of the things that I've done and what have you, and it's super cringe. Like super cringe. Like in just some of the ways that I was like, ew, Devin, you acted like that? Oh, ooh. And just thinking about like some of the things that I have thought and felt, and as I'm like processing the fact that last night I had a dream. Crazy, y'all, crazy. Okay, I will talk about like my divorce stuff, but there's a main focus for today. Main focus today is I had like this dream that my ex and his girlfriend were engaged. They were getting married. And I woke up and I felt anxious because, okay, let me back up a little bit. I'm divorced. I don't have any kids, but I have 2 German Shepherds, Max and Minnie. And I miss them like crazy. When we separated, I took the dogs, and it was always a like shared custody thing because, yeah, we'll get into like way more detail later about all of that. But so, and then I kind of transitioned where I gave them back, kind of a whole other topic. Anyway, the dogs are here for the weekend, and every time I get the dogs, I find myself triggered and go back to old behaviors, thinkings, feelings, because of just some of this trauma that I have not I guess healed from, or I don't know. And I think what it really was is, man, okay, there's so much like all in this same thing, and I'm trying to process. All right, let me focusing because you guys, it's like big stuff, and then I'm like, oh, but that connects to that, and then that connects to that. I was younger. I was way immature. I was definitely not as life experienced, and I've done a lot of growing in these last 4 years since we've been separated. And most importantly, I've done a lot of healing in these last 4 years that had to happen, or that could not have happened had I not separated. Because I wouldn't have been able to see my own toxicity and how I played a role, like in my role in the divorce. So, it's no big deal though. So going back to the point of the story is I went to pick up the dogs, and I'm Marco Poloing my friend, and I tell her, you know, I had a dream about Josh, and it kind of hurt a little bit, that they were getting married, and you know, it just, you know, all these feelings that I'm like not sure what I feel, because why am I feeling anything? We've been divorced, we've separated, like we're definitely going our own ways, we're happier, we're healed, like all these like emotions. And I'm like, and then, sorry. No. I jumped ahead. Hold on to those things that I just said, but we haven't got there yet. So I'm telling her that I had a dream about him, and I'm just anxious because I have to go pick up the dogs and going to my old house and things like that. Marco's back and says, I saw that post and immediately prayed for you. And I was like, what? What? She said, oh, I thought you knew because you saw the post. And I said, oh no, I didn't know anything about it. I had a dream about it. Okay, because that's not weird. But neither here nor there about that part. And then it was like a stab in the heart, like, oh my gosh, he's getting married again. And so then I'm feeling all these feelings, and then Marco Polo'd my cousin, and I spiraled, y'all. I spiraled into, he's going to get married and he's going to be happy and they're going to have kids because she's younger than I am and she can have kids and I can't have kids anymore. And like, I like spiraled into a whole like thing, and which I didn't even realize I had done, which is even crazier. And my cousin was like, what is happening? The things that you're saying aren't you. Not this version of you. He's like, as I'm listening to you, because we Marco very frequently, y'all. And when you're in Marco, anyway, my stuff is raw and unedited. He's like, this sounds like version of you from like 3 years ago. He's like, you know that you can't forecast something else. What does one have to do with the other? What does your happiness and his happiness, like what is happening? And then as we keep talking back and forth through it, I talk about some of the stuff in because I want to make sure that I take accountability for my role in the destruction of our marriage. And I guess I was he actually said that I was kind of victim blaming, because I would say, oh, I was such a crap wife, or I was X, Y, and Z. And he was like, so he used an extreme example of abuse, and if this person deserved abuse and all these things. And I was like, no, you can't force somebody to be one way or another or what have you. Everybody has a choice. And he was like, and I really think you need to work on telling that younger Devynne of you that it was okay. Like, you didn't have the resources. Yeah, you wish you could have done better, but you didn't have that information. You didn't have the information or the resources to do better, to try to even do better. Even like there was no because. And you can only do the best with what you have. And to give her grace, which is crazy because I literally just told my mom a few days ago that she has to give herself grace for not knowing what she didn't know. And then look at me, not even 5 days later, needing to figure out how to give myself grace for not knowing what I didn't know. And the craziest part is I would have never known the things that I know now had I not experienced what I experienced. And so I spent almost 2 decades with this man. I'm extremely grateful for the experiences, and I needed to have those experiences, and I don't regret any of the time. And I wish him nothing. I wish them both nothing but the best. I am happy if they are happy, all of those things. And in all of this, it was like, oh my gosh. I got to figure out how to give myself some grace. And be okay with, yeah, things didn't work out. Divorce sucks. And also, if you learn from it, it doesn't suck so much. Like, I don't know how to explain it, because I want to say divorce sucks, and also it doesn't. But also, it still does suck. And also, it still does suck. Like, you know what I, like, it's just like a tricky thing, because it all sucked. And I guess that's the thing, is sometimes it's just gonna suck. And you just gotta sit in the crap and sit in the suck and not get stuck in the suck. I don't know if there's anything that you are stuck in. You are not alone. You are beautiful. You are amazing. And you are more than enough.